Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories, a great staff to take care of you in Hayes. Glassman Corporation, Next Tech, Rungard Hauer, Midwest Energy, Commercial Builders, Hertz Rent-A-Car, Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker, Thomas Moore Prep Marion, finding God in friendship and relationships with each other. Worth Family Dental, complete family dentistry on 2703 Hall Street, Hayes. Brian Reuter with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly. Commercial Sign Company of Hayes is hiring service technicians right now, offering great pay and benefits. Stop by and see them at 720 East 7th Street in Hayes. Danny Dinkle and Associates, Farm Bureau Financial Services, 2809 Hall Street in Hayes. Field Abstract and Title Company. Diamond R Jewelry. Grindy Motorsports. Restore and Clean. Astor Bank, Hayes and Plainville. Deep Roots, Deeper Commitment. High Plains Roofing. PWC Incorporated, serving Northwest Kansas since 1983. Lewis Automotive Group, Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, Jeep, Dodge, and Chrysler. See complete inventory at buylewis.com. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Ellis County Abstract and Title. 4 generations serving the Ellis County area. Commerce Bank. Discount Siding Supply. Insurance Planning. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student-athletes partners. You can rely on Jeter Law Firm. Brown Shoe Fit. Classic Quality Body Shop. Redeem Designs. Emprise Bank. Roof Masters Roofing and RM Custom Metals. Vive Broadband. HayesPost.com. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories, a great staff to take care of you in Hayes. Glassman Corporation, Next Tech, Rungard.
Tonight's matchup, it's the Monarchs and the Horton Chargers in the 2 versus 7 matchup. TMP will be the home team in their white uniforms as the 2 seed, and they will shoot down to our right as we sit opposite the scores, or opposite the bench here. Opposite the Monarch bench here at Bramlage Coliseum. It'll be Dylan Worth set to jump center and on the double tap. And Monarch's big man will win it for TMP. They'll shoot down to our right. Harris, Griffin Shoemaker, right side Landon Rosine as they whip it around the perimeter. Back to Griffin, top of the key. Here's Landon Rosine with it. Gets the zone for the Chargers. Harris will pull the trigger on a 3 and it's good. That's a pretty darn good start with Cade Harris knocking down a 3 for TMP. As they'll take a 3-0 lead against the Chargers, who are wearing that bright blue as they don the road jerseys here in this opening round matchup. They'll work in front of head coach Bill Mayer for the Monarchs as they shoot down in front of us here in this first half. 3-0 in favor of the Monarchs, and that Cade Harris 3 right off the get-go. As the Chargers will swing it around to the right side, get it to the top of the key, ball knocked away from Smith. Now they'll get it inside, and it's knocked away from Masqua and stolen as Dylan Worth will force the turnover. Monarchs will run up the floor as it's left for Harris from Shoemaker. Right side, he kicked it to the wing as Worth finds a cutting Luke Romy, and it's a 5-0 start. So Cade Harris knocks down a 3. Luke Romy gets a bucket inside on a great pass from Dylan Worth, and we talked about Worth and his passing ability all year long. He's had at least 3 assists 8 times this year from your 6'8" post player. Here's a drive inside, a little bit of contact, missing the shot, and we're going to get a foul on the rebound after the miss from Trent Ottman. So it's, or rather it was Wishrop who shot the basketball, and they call Worth for a push inside. That'll be the first on Dylan as the defender Masqua fell down on the right side on the inbound. Here's a drive for McAfee, hanging, can't quite get it to go. Here's a rebound inside, the putback off the mark for Masqua. He'll get another chance at a kick out left side for Wishrop. He'll drive on Harris, got up and under, and will get the layup to go. So the first bucket of the ball game goes, and it's a 5-2 start. There's a miss on the other end for Worth, but an Romy rebound on the left side. He'll go up, can't get it to go, and we're going to get another foul battling inside on Dylan Worth. That'll be the second on Worth as they call him for going up and over the back of Gannon Becker, and that means 6'8" senior Dylan Worth in foul trouble early. They call him for a hold, but it's not a hold. He was battling inside, just went over the top of Gannon Becker, the junior, and will pick up the foul. So that's the second for Worth after he was able to find Romy to make it a 5-0 start. That bucket on the other end made it 5-2, and now TMP will bring Harrison Lowe in for the first time. We saw the Monarchs have to go with some different different looks rather. Here's a jumper off the mark by Wishrop. Then we get a rebound knocked out of bounds off of TMP. Dante Masqua, he's listed at 6 foot, but he is closer to the size of Romy on the inbound. Here's Masqua inside, and he will score it. So it's 4 quick points for the Chargers. It's a 1-point TMP lead at 5-4 with 5:45 to go here in quarter number 1. Monarchs got a Harris 3 and a bucket by Romy, but now 2 straight field goals on the inside for the Chargers. Dangerous pass nearly stolen away, and it is. McAfee will take it away, then lost it. Harris got it right back for TMP. Bounce pass up the floor to Rosine. Landon will go in among 4 defenders, kick it out for Shoemaker. Here's a 3 on the way for Harris that's short, but there's Griffin down with the offensive rebound, and another chance for TMP. Harris who knocked down that 3 as Shoemaker's open left side. It's short, backside rebound down to Masqua, who will pull down his second rebound of the contest. So Monarchs made their first 2, and now they missed a couple in a row. Harris, who has struggled with threes, makes just his 3rd in his last 8 games to start this game, though, for TMP, but they missed that time. Off to the left side is Gannon Becker. Becker guarded by Romy. Masqua trying to post up on Rosine. Got it, but then had it stripped away. Rosine will come away with the loose basketball after it was a good job by Harris and Rosine to dig in on the big fella inside, Dante Masqua, and force the turnover as TMP will get it back on the 3rd turnover for the Chargers. 4:40 to go here in quarter number 1. We're going to get a hand check out way on the ball as it's Becker who had 2 hands all over TMP's Cade Harris, and the ball will stay with TMP on the first foul on either team. And Darius LaCroix, 6-foot senior, will check in for the first time for the Chargers. TMP with 4:35 to go here in quarter number 1 is on top, 5-4. 4.5 to go in the quarter. Monarchs, though, scored on their first 2 possessions, have not scored since. Right side is Rosine looking inside. Monarchs doing all this without senior big man Dylan Worth, who got into foul trouble here underneath, battling for rebounds on the offensive side. Left side, it's Harris, thought about a 3. Harrison Lowe off a screen, go back to Cade on that left side. 4:10 to go, first quarter. Here's Shoemaker. Griffin got a defender off his feet, but can't shoot it. Corner they go, it's Rosine. Landon will tee up the right side 3, misses everything, and LaCroix down with a backside rebound. So Monarchs have missed 3 in a row, and back the other way with under 4 minutes to go here in quarter number 1 are the Chargers from Horton. They've got a little 4-0 run going, and we're going to get a foul on Griffin Shoemaker as he got tangled up with Gannon Becker, and for the first time in the game, we'll get free throws. And it will be the Chargers who will get a chance to shoot the free throws. Joey Mindrup will check into the ball game for TMP. We'll also see Jackson Moman check in as well. They check both of them in before the 2 free throws are shot. So Moman is Charger checks in. And the first free throw is off the mark. Horton Charger team on their own sub-state as the 3 seed. Chance to tie the ball game, and they do. As Gannon Becker goes 1 of 2 at the line. So it's a 5-0 start for TMP, then a 5-0 run for the Horton Chargers, and we're tied at 5. Monarchs with Rosine on that left side into the corner. Mindrup, Joey had 9 threes in that matchup with Hoxie in the championship game, so they close out on him quickly. Mindrup replaced Harris, who started the game with a 3. Left side for Shoemaker, serving that defense. Finds Rosine, Harrison Lowe with it. Monarchs on a 4-out, 1-in type set with Romy, the lone post player. Harrison Lowe at the top of the key. 3:20 to go, first quarter, 5 all our score. Monarchs in those home whites shooting down to our right. Harrison Lowe will kick it back for Griffin Shoemaker. Griffin surveys that zone look. Mindrup will pull the trigger for 3, and he rattled it home. Joey Mindrup picks up right where he left off. It's an 8-5 start for TMP as Mintrup, who knocked down 3 threes in that win over Hoxie, adds a 4th in 2 games. Here's an answer right side, way too strong, but an offensive rebound as McAfee couldn't finish with Smith down to the rebound. They'll kick it out for Becker, who misses, and now an offensive rebound and then blocked out of bounds. It was Romy who blocked the putback attempt of LaCroix out of bounds. Something we talked about, though, with Coach Mayer is this Horton Charger team can really rebound the basketball. You have to do a good job checking out. Becker right side on Harris, who just checked back into the contest. 2:45 and counting first quarter. Monarchs lead is 8-5. That's 2 versus 7 matchup in the quarterfinals. 3rd and 4 quarterfinals. Here's a drive. We're going to get another foul as Jackson Moman, a sophomore, draws a foul on TMP, and we'll get the 3rd and 4th free throws of the game for the Horton Chargers. And Becker went 1 of 2. And now Moman will shoot his first, and he knocked it down. Jackson Moman makes it an 8-6 TMP lead. Moman averages right around 2 points a game. He had a win over at Riverside. There's some low checks out. Griffin Shoemaker returns to the TMP lineup. Second Moman free throw short, and the rebound for TMP. As the Monarchs, Landon Rosine will come down with it. 2.5 to go first quarter. Monarchs on top. They'll have the basketball, leading 8-6. Left side, it's Rosine cut off on that wing, finds Harris. Here's Mintrup with it, knocked out of bounds though, as it was off of Luke McAfee, and it will stay with the Monarchs. Coach Mayer calls out the play opposite of us. 2:19 to go in this first quarter as Harris keyed it in on the sideline. Now to our right, it's Monarchs with a 2-point lead here in quarter number 1 as we close in on 2:10 to go in this first quarter. It is the Redeem Designs road to a championship. Monarchs trying to get back to a semifinal game in the state for a 4th time in a row. Left side with it is Harris. Cade dribbles around the defender, drives in, finds a cutting Rosine, who will score on the right side. Landon Rosine able to get that bucket to go. He makes it 10-6 as Rosine got free and was able to score it inside for TMP as he gets his first field goal to go. 1:40 and counting first quarter. Monarchs built their largest lead of the contest at 5. Now they're up by 4, and we're going to get another TMP foul. This will be on TMP's Cade Harris. It'll be the first on Cade. And the free throw line goes Gannon Becker one more time. Or actually, it'll be McAfee who will go to the free throw line. And the first free throw rattles off. So 10 at the line, not 11. Monarchs will bring Evan Balthazar in for the first time, the 6'2 junior. He has to spell Luke Romy because of the 2 early fouls picked up by TMP's Dylan Worth. Remember, Worth scored the first 14 of the game for TMP. It's 1 of 2 at the line, makes it 10-7. McAfee gets on the board for the first time, so he goes 1 of 2 at the line. Balthazar trying to post up in this zone. Monarchs will get it left side for Harris. Cade's got a 3. Right side, Griffin Shoemaker. Back to Cade, top of the key. With 1:20 to go in the first quarter. TMP's lead is 10-7 with the basketball. 1:15 to play in the quarter. Shoemaker gets this zone look from Horton that they've went the entire way. Harris, he'll pull the trigger on a baseline 3 that's just too long. And a backside rebound hauled down by Luke McAfee. McAfee will lead the Charger break into the front court. Stops wide open. He'll pull the trigger and knock down a 3 and tie the ball game at 10. McAfee knocks down the 3. He has 4. Nobody found him in transition. He kind of stopped as now Mintrup will try and answer, and he does. Joey Mintrup makes it 13-10 on his second 3 of the first quarter, putting TMP back on top. Again, Mintrup had 3 threes in the win over Hoxie, and now here's near steal as Becker will pick it back up as Harris then deflected it. Rosine will get the steal, and the Monarchs will lead to break up the floor. It's Harris going to the other end, misses the layup, but there's Balthazar with it. Evan going up is going to get fouled and has a chance here to shoot a couple of free throws. So it was nearly turned over, and then Kate just stayed with it. Got a little bit of help on that far sideline in front of the scorer's table on the opposite sideline of us. And the Monarchs just stayed with it, forced the turnover. 4 Horton turnovers here in the early going. And to the free throw line goes Evan Balthazar. And the first free throw off the mark. Evan was 4 of 4 before that on the season, playing in his 14th game of the year. So So we got one more with 26 seconds to go here in quarter number one. And hit this one off the mark as well, but we're going to get another chance. They're going to get a lane violation called on the Chargers. It was Trent Ottman who checked in that last dead ball, so Balthazar will get one more after the lane violation. And the free throw is good, so he takes advantage of the free chance. He goes 1 of 2. It's 14-10. TMP with a 4-point lead. 20 seconds to go, first quarter. Shoemaker on the ball and Ottman. Now they give it off as they get it to Luke McAfee. He used up his dribble against Harris. To the top of the key is Jack Allen. Allen, one of those 6'2" seniors that comes off the bench for the Chargers. 5 seconds to go, first quarter. Here's a drive right side, and they will get a shot off as it's a late 3-0. They'll say no good. It's after the buzzer. That shot went in for Jackson Moman, and he thought he made it, but the official on the near sideline in front of us says he did not get it off in time, and the officials say good call as they come together at the end of the first quarter. So the Monarchs have a little bit of a bullet, pretty good look, but they lead by 4 as we head to the second quarter here on the Monarch Sports Network and the Redeem Designs Road to a Championship.
Gibbs Auto Supply is your local Napa auto parts store in our area. The price is always right at Gibbs. Check out the savings from Tony and the gang at Gibbs Auto Supply, 621 East 13th Street in Hayes, or call them at 628-8224.
Voice of the Tigers, Gerard Welbrock, inviting you to join us for Tiger Talk Mondays at noon right here on KAYS. We'll talk with Fort Hays State women's basketball coach Tony Hobson and men's basketball coach Mark Johnson. We're live at Big Smoke Barbecue at the corner of 8th and Main, so join us in person, and if you can't, join us right here on the radio. Tiger Talk Mondays at noon with Mark Johnson and Tony Hobson on 94.3 FM and 1400 AM KAYS.
To the second quarter we go. Monarchs lead by 4 at 14-10. Led in that first quarter by as much as 5-0 to start the game. They're doing this without senior big man Dylan Worth, who sits to start this quarter. And now we're going to get a foul called. Oh, no, we're going to get a stoppage for a little debris on the floor from a pom-pom. As the Monarchs start this second quarter on the defensive end. Chargers with the basketball. They'll get it here into the left corner in front of us. Cut off is Gannon Becker. Trying to get it inside. Instead, it's a three-pointer to the rim halfway down and out. Battle for the rebound on the deck. Ball still alive, and it's Romy who will come away with it. It was deflected for a moment as Rosine nearly got it, but then Monarchs do get it with Romy and a chance here for TMP. Monarchs lead is 14-10. Kate Harris, who has a 3 to start this ball game, has it left corner for TMP. Monarchs will call out the play with Griffin Shoemaker. 7:20 to go in quarter number 2. Dylan Worth played less than 4 minutes in that first quarter. Shoemaker, he's going to launch a left side 3. Left it short, but there's Harris down with another rebound for TMP. Cade, left side, thought about a 3. Is got a pass from Shoemaker, and now they'll throw it away. Stolen. Up the floor comes McAfee, who lost it, got it back, and he was out of bounds. What a play by Shoemaker to reach in, force him to try and missed that shot. He says he got missed the layup, brother. He thought he got hit in the face, but Shoemaker knocked it out of his hands, and when he came back with it, he was on the boundary. So another break for TMP, and a good hustle by Shoemaker. There's 7 minutes to go in this first half. Monarchs on top, 14-10. It's a swinging around left side for Shoemaker. They work the perimeter. Griffin gave it up, got it back, thought about a 3. They'll close out, won't let him shoot it. Mentrop, who's got a couple of first half 3s, gives it up for Shoemaker. So they work with 2 bigs inside as Shoemaker gives it up. It's a 3 that is short off the front of the iron by Mindrup, and the rebound tracked down by Wishrop. As Wishrop will give it up the floor. Offensive foul. It's Joey Mindrup rotating back and able to draw the foul, and it'll be TMP basketball. Mindrup comes up, rubbing the top of his head as he did a nice job to get back and draw the offensive foul. And now the official on the sideline wanted to make sure he got the right number. They call it on Wishrop. It was on Wishrop. He put up 2, didn't finish putting up 4. So it is on Wishrop. as he'll pick up the foul. That is the third on Horton. TMP has 5 team fouls called on them here in the first half. Monarchs lead is 4 at 14-10. Left side Shoemaker along that baseline at Tipito along the sideline, and then pass to Mindrup. Joey wasn't ready for it as it hit him in the chest from Cade Harris. Left side Shoemaker. Monarchs with the Rosine at the top of the high post. He slides it in right around that free throw line. Romy's on the baseline, so they've switched that up a little bit, and they've went to 2 bigs. Here's Harris. He'll take the pull-up jumper. It's halfway down, and it's spit out, but Romy with the offensive rebound, and then Luke can't finish, and the rebound down to Caden Smith. Good look for TMP, but couldn't quite finish inside. Monarchs with 5:45 to go. The first half on top by 4 at 14-10. Wistromp on that right side. Guarded by Mindrup. Looking, high post, ball deflected and stolen. It's Rosine on the deflection. Landon nearly lost it up the floor, goes up and gets fouled as he and the defender both tumble to the ground. Both pop back up though. That ball was deflected by Mindrup and stolen by TMP's Landon Rosine, and he'll go to the free throw line. First time the Monarchs have shot free throws in the second quarter. Only free throw made in that first quarter was Evan Balthazar for TMP, who went 1 of 2. And the first free throw rattles home for Landon Rosine, who has 3. Landon had 8 in that win over Hoxie, 15-10. Harrison Lowe returns to the lineup for the Monarchs. We saw Coach Mayer last time the Dillon got in foul trouble, set him for the entire second quarter. We'll see if that's the plan this time. Rosine makes a pair of free throws. He has 4. The lead grows to 6 at 16-10. 5.5 to go here in this first half. This is the largest lead of the game for either team. Monarchs had led by as many as 5. We were tied at 5, tied at 10. There's a jumper that is too strong. Rebound is going to be deflected, and it's Harris who will come away with it as Becker had a pretty good look. Cade will lead the break up the floor, and they're going to call him for a carry. Monarchs will give it back on the turnover. 5:10 to go in this first half. 16-10. TMP with the lead. Monarchs the entire second quarter, 3 minutes now. And almost 4 plus. It was over 4 minutes in that first quarter with Worth picking up those 2 early fouls. Left side, here's a 3 that's going to skip off, and now we're going to get a rebound inside. A foul on the rebound inside. Great check out by Luke Romy. He forced Dante Masqua. Kid, Masqua's listed at 6 foot. He is closer to 6'3", big kid. There's a reason why he averages 4 rebounds on the inside as he'll pick up the foul. He's going to check out of the game. Be the second foul on Masqua, and so they'll bring Darius LaCroix back into the contest. LaCroix, a senior for this Horton Charger team. They again stay in that zone look. They've went the zone the entire way. Shoemaker catch and shoot 3. Good as he rattled it home on the left side at 19-10 as Griffin Shoemaker knocks down the three-pointer for TMP as the Monarchs with their 4th 3 of the contest. Shoemaker, Mindrup, and Harris all with 3s here in the first half against this zone. This is a team that shoots right around 29% from 3, but they first half so far shooting the 3. Here's a kick out right side for Moman, and he threw it to a player who was standing on the end line, and it's out of bounds. He threw it again, and Becker, as Moman had drove and then got cut off and had nowhere to go. And Coach Losi needs a timeout. TMP up 9 at 19-10. This is a 9-0 run going back to when we were tied at 10 after that Griffin Shoemaker three-pointer. The timeout. Monarch Athletics brought to you in part by Gibbs Auto Supply, Glassman Corporation, Next Tech, Bernard Hauer, Midwest Synergy, Commercial Builders Incorporated, and also by Hertz Rent-A-Car. Of course, it is the Redeem Designs Road to a Championship. Get your own personalized online team store through Redeem Designs. It's hassle-free, no more paper orders, collecting checks, anything like that, through the online team store through Redeem Designs. Earlier today, fellow Mid-Continent League team, the Phillipsburg Lady Panthers, win 40-27. So still one girls Mid-Continent League team left in the race. TMP boys, the lone boys Mid-Continent League team as a result of a 2A that was 7 of 8 Mid-Continent League teams, a 2A sub-state, and then also a couple of Mid-Continent League teams over there at Russell, 3 of them. So unfortunately, Southeast of Saline on the boys side came away with that, and they're going to call another. Oh, they called over and back. Harris had went across the line, across the midcourt line there at the giant purple Power Cat at midcourt. Cade didn't realize where he was. The Monarchs will turn it back over. So that's a third turnover here in the second quarter. Under 4 minutes to go in the quarter. 9-point TMP lead at 19-10. Right side, Moman will drive. Blocked by Romy. Ball's on the floor, and it'll be picked up by the Chargers. Harris went for it, or rather Shoemaker went for it, but it was tracked down in the quarter by McAfee, and then they throw it away anyway. Stolen by Rosine. Pass from Shoemaker is deflected and taken right back by McAfee. So the Monarchs give it right back after the steal. Shoemaker tried to force it ahead on that fast break that we talked about in our keys to the game, but good deflection by the Chargers keeps the basketball back with them. Right side, Smith won't shoot the three. Moman will skip it left side. Here's the three for Becker. That's good. Gannon Becker has 4, so he puts it into a 9-0 TMP run. It's 19-13 on the 3 for Gannon Becker for Horton as they get their second 3 here of the contest. Now a turnover by TMP. Monarchs trying to force it a little bit with 3:05 to go here in this second quarter. Another 3 halfway down and it rimmed out, and now we're going to get a foul called on the Chargers inside as the foul will be called on Darius LaCroix after the missed 3. Joey Mindrup was ready to come in, and the official had not yet signaled the foul to the scores table, so Joey gets an extra couple of whistles thrown his way. Now he's into the ball game with 2:58 to go here in quarter number 2. It's 19-13. Monarchs had a 9-0 run after the game was tied at 10 there in quarter number 1, but that 3 the last possession, 2 possessions ago rather, for Horton has it back to a 6-point TMP lead at 19-13. Shoemaker, who made that 3 to push the lead to 9, has it left side. Harris, Mindrup, all 3 of the guards for TMP have 3s. Here's another one for Shoemaker. It's short. Rebound on the deck and pulled away by Becker. As Gannon Becker will pull down the rebound. Shoemaker had a pretty good look. Just couldn't get it to go. Up the floor comes the Chargers. They'll dump it inside. Becker on a pass from Smith. Now to LaCroix. He's into a double team. Picked up his dribble. He'll find Smith. Smith from 8 feet. It rims out. LaCroix had shoved his way underneath, and then the pass knocked out of bounds. So LaCroix pushed TMP's Landon Rosine underneath the basket. And so the offensive rebound out of LaCroix, but then he threw it off a Monarch. Good hand to knock it out of bounds. Gannon Becker went and tracked it down. The official waits to hand it with 2:16 to go in this first half to the Chargers on the inbound. Trying to get it in with McAfee. He'll throw it over the top to Becker, who went in the backcourt to get it against Shoemaker. 2:15 to go, first half. Monarchs lead 19-13. As the Chargers will set up the offense with Jackson Moman. Gives it up. It's Gannon Becker with it. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Monarchs lead is 6. Led by as many as 9 momentarily. Crow with it, or a moment ago rather, for TMP. LaCroix gave it up. From backside, good job by the Monarchs, and now a pass deflected. It was intended for LaCroix, but it was off of Mindrup. Harris to the other end. Cade can't finish. Offensive rebound to Romy, and Romy set it on the free throw line. Harris with some contact at the rim, tried to power through it, couldn't get it to go on a tough layup, but there is Romy again with another chance. He'll go to the free throw line after that offensive rebound. Rook had 5, but 11 rebounds, which matched his career high in the win over Hoxie as he knocks down the first free throw. 3 in the first half for him. It's 20-13. Romy had 5 double figure scoring games in his last 7, as he'll knock down 2 free throws here, and that's 4 in the first half. 21-13. Monarchs on top with 1:40 to go here in this first half. Romy, as we saw in that game against Rollins County when Worth picked up 2 fouls in the first 4 minutes as he carried the weight. Now here's a missed layup. Moman missed it. Harris will lead the break. Cade up the floor, left side pass to Shoemaker. He'll pull the trigger on a 3. Way too strong, but Harris is fouled. Oh, they call a foul on TMP's Cade Harris on the backside. That'll be the second on Cade. I'm not sure how that worked. Cade was the inside guy, and he was the one who came away with the basketball. That's the second for Cade. It's the 6th team foul. So he'll go to the bench, and he joins Dylan Worth with 2. The Monarchs will bring Harrison Lowe back in with 1:21 to go here in this first half, leading 21-13. Jack Allen, a 6'2 senior for the Horton Chargers checks back in. He played at the end of that first quarter as well. Wishrop checks back in as well as he'll kick it out to the right side. Try to post up. Ball knocked away by Rosine and stolen into the hands of TMP's Harrison Lowe. They were trying to post up Ottman inside. Shoemaker into the front court with Mendrup. Mendrup to Harrison Lowe. Lowe, the senior. A little bit of crossover. And now Mendrup will go get the play from the sideline with 52 seconds to go in this opening half. TMP up 21-13. And now with two starters on the bench with two fouls here at the end of the first half. Lowe will give it back to Griffin Shoemaker with 35 seconds to go in this first half. Monarchs will hold for the final shot as the Chargers with that zone look, trying to match up, at least extend it a little bit with the length of Wishrop at the top. Now he'll come out and check Shoemaker, but then Griffin gives it up with 22 seconds to go and got it back as him and Mendrup are at the top of that offense for TMP out near the giant power cat. Griffin nearly lost it, got it back. Now a pass through the hands of Shoemaker, and then TMP will turn it over. So 9.9 seconds to go in this first half. Monarchs turn it over on a pass that was deflected and then off of Shoemaker. And the Monarchs turn it over for the sixth time here in the quarter. With 9.9 seconds to go in the first half, TMP leading. Shoemaker nearly stole the inbound. 21-13, Monarchs with the lead. Left side on a ball fake is McAfee. He'll drive, left it way short. Rosina rebound. Outlet up the floor to Mendrup. Joey, did he get off in time? He did, and nearly banked it home just into the front court. Mendrup had leaked out. Rosine found him, but he couldn't quite bank it home. As we head to the halftime break, Monarchs on top 21-13. As they outscore the Chargers in that second quarter 7-3 and lead 21-13. As we go to the halftime break, it is the Radine Designs Road to a Championship here on the Monarch Sports Network.
Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories, a great staff to take care of you in Hayes. Glassman Corporation, Next Tech, Rungard Hauer, Midwest Energy, Commercial Builders, Hertz Rent-A-Car, Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker, Thomas Moore Prep Marion, finding God in friendship and relationships with each other. Worth Family Dental, complete family dentistry on 2703 Hall Street, Hayes. Brian Reuter with American Family Insurance, insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Commercial Sign Company of Hayes is hiring service technicians right now, offering great pay and benefits. Stop by and see them at 720 East 7th Street in Hayes. Danny Dinkle and Associates, Farm Bureau Financial Services, 2809 Hall Street in Hayes. Field Abstract and Title Company, Diamond R Jewelry, Grindy Motorsports, Restore and Clean, Astor Bank, Hayes and Plainville, Deep Roots, Deeper Commitment. High Plains Roofing. PWC Incorporated, serving Northwest Kansas since 1983. Lewis Automotive Group, Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, Jeep, Dodge, and Chrysler. See complete inventory at buylewis.com. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Ellis County Abstract and Title. 4 generations serving the Ellis County area. Commerce Bank. Discount Siding Supply. Insurance Planning. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student-athletes partners. You can rely on Jeter Law Firm. Brown Shoe Fit, Classic Quality Body Shop, Redeem Designs, Emprise Bank, Roof Masters Roofing and RM Custom Metals, Vive Broadband, HayesPost.com. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories, a great staff to take care of you in Hayes. Glassman Corporation, Next Tech, Rungard Hauer, Midwest Energy, Commercial Builders, Hertz Rent-A-Car, Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker, Thomas Moore Prep Marion, finding God in friendship and relationships with each other. Worth Family Dental, complete family dentistry on 2703 Hall Street, Hayes. Brian Reuter with American Family Insurance, insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Commercial Sign Company of Hayes is hiring service technicians right now, offering great pay and benefits. Stop by and see them at 720 East 7th Street in Hayes. Danny Dinkle and Associates, Farm Bureau Financial Services, 2809 Hall Street in Hayes. Field Abstract and Title Company, Diamond R Jewelry, Grindy Motorsports, Restore and Clean, Astor Bank, Hayes and Plainville, deep roots, deeper commitment. High Plains Roofing. PWC Incorporated, serving Northwest Kansas since 1983. Lewis Automotive Group, Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, Jeep, Dodge, and Chrysler. See complete inventory at buylewis.com. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Ellis County Abstract and Title, 4 generations serving the Ellis County area. Commerce Bank. Discount Siding Supply. Insurance Planning. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student-athletes partners. You can rely on Jeter Law Firm. Brown Shoe Fit. Classic Quality Body Shop. Redeem Designs. Emprise Bank. Roof Masters Roofing and RM Custom Metals. 5 Broadband. HayesPost.com. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories, a great staff to take care of you in Hayes. Glassman Corporation, Next Tech, Rungard Hauer, Midwest Energy, Commercial Builders, Hertz Rent-A-Car, Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker, Thomas Moore Prep Marion, finding God in friendship and relationships with each other. Worth Family Dental, complete family dentistry on 2703 Hall Street, Hayes. Brian Reuter with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly. Commercial Sign Company of Hayes is hiring service technicians right now, offering great pay and benefits. Stop by and see them at 720 East 7th Street in Hayes. Danny Dinkle and Associates, Farm Bureau Financial Services, 2809 Hall Street in Hayes. Field Abstract and Title Company. Diamond R Jewelry. Grindy Motorsports. Restore and Clean. Astor Bank, Hayes and Plainville, deep roots, deeper commitment. High Plains Roofing. PWC Incorporated, serving Northwest Kansas since 1983. Lewis Automotive Group, Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, Jeep, Dodge, and Chrysler. See complete inventory at buylewis.com. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Ellis County Abstract and Title, 4 generations serving the Ellis County area. Commerce Bank. Discount Siding Supply. Insurance Planning. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student-athletes partners. You can rely on Jeter Law Firm. Brown Shoe Fit. Classic Quality Body Shop. Redeem Designs. Emprise Bank. Roof Masters Roofing and RM Custom Metals. 5 Broadband. HayesPost.com. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories, a great staff to take care of you in Hayes. Glassman Corporation, Next Tech, Rungard Hauer, Midwest Energy, Commercial Builders, Hertz Rent-A-Car, Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker, Thomas Moore Prep Marion, finding God in friendship and relationships with each other. Worth Family Dental, complete family dentistry on 2703 Hall Street, Hayes. Brian Reuter with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly. Commercial Sign Company of Hayes is hiring service technicians right now, offering great pay and benefits. Stop by and see them at 720 East 7th Street in Hayes. Danny Dinkle and Associates, Farm Bureau Financial Services, 2809 Hall Street in Hayes. Field Abstract and Title Company. Diamond R Jewelry. Grindy Motorsports. Restore and Clean. Astor Bank, Hayes and Plainville, deep roots, deeper commitment. High Plains Roofing. PWC Incorporated, serving Northwest Kansas since 1983. Lewis Automotive Group, Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, Jeep, Dodge, and Chrysler. See complete inventory at buylewis.com. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Ellis County Abstract and Title, 4 generations serving the Ellis County area. Commerce Bank. Discount Siding Supply. Insurance Planning. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student-athletes partners. You can rely on Jeter Law Firm. Brown Shoe Fit. Classic Quality Body Shop. Redeem Designs. Emprise Bank. Roof Masters Roofing and RM Custom Metals. 5 Broadband. HayesPost.com. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories, a great staff to take care of you in Hayes. Glassman Corporation, Next Tech, Brungard Hauer, Midwest Energy, Commercial Builders, Hertz Rent-A-Car, Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker, Thomas Moore Prep Marion, finding God in friendship and relationships with each other. Worth Family Dental, complete family dentistry on 2703 Hall Street, Hayes. Brian Reuter with American Family Insurance, insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Commercial Sign Company of Hayes is hiring service technicians right now, offering great pay and benefits. Stop by and see them at 720 East 7th Street in Hayes. Danny Dinkle and Associates, Farm Bureau Financial Services, 2809 Hall Street in Hayes. Field Abstract and Title Company, Diamond R Jewelry, Grindy Motorsports, Restore and Clean, Astor Bank, Hayes and Plainville, Deep Roots, Deeper Commitment, High Plains Roofing, PWC Incorporated, serving Northwest Kansas since 1983. Lewis Automotive Group, Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, Jeep, Dodge, and Chrysler. See complete inventory at buylewis.com. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Ellis County Abstract and Title, 4 generations serving the Ellis County area. Commerce Bank, Discount Siding Supply, Insurance Planning, Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student-athletes partners. You can rely on Jeter Law Firm. Brown Shoe Fit, Classic Quality Body Shop, Redeem Designs, Emprise Bank, Roof Masters Roofing and RM Custom Metals, Vive Broadband, HayesPost.com. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories, a great staff to take care of you in Hayes. Glassman Corporation, Next Tech, Brungard Hauer, Midwest Energy, Commercial Builders, Hertz Rent-A-Car, Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker, Thomas Moore Prep Marion, finding God in friendship and relationships with each other. Worth Family Dental, complete family dentistry on 2703 Hall Street, Hayes. Brian Reuter with American Family Insurance, insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Commercial Sign Company of Hayes is hiring service technicians right now, offering great pay and benefits. Stop by and see them at 720 East 7th Street in Hayes. Danny Dinkle and Associates, Farm Bureau Financial Services, 2809 Hall Street in Hayes. Field Abstract and Title Company, Diamond R Jewelry.
Those two boys semifinal games will get you more scores as we continue on here at the Danny Tinkle and Associates scoreboard update. So TMP will start with the basketball. So starting 5 on the floor here in this third quarter. Nearly airmailing it was Romy from that high post into the right corner for Griffin Shoemaker, but Griffin did a nice job to haul that in front of the TMP bench. They'll shoot in front of us here in the second half. We sit directly opposite of the Monarchs here in this here in the Coliseum, or in Brainbush Coliseum here in Manhattan. Short corner, Worth. Dillon will go to the top of the key, catching fire for Harris for 3. It's too strong. Romy taps it out, and it's tracked down by Cade. So a good job by Romy to keep it alive for the Monarchs. And Cade Harris pulls down a rebound for the Monarchs as Harris finished with 4 first half rebounds. Here's a pass to the short corner. Worth goes out to Cade Harris, who drives in and is going to score with a chance for a 3-point play. So they let Cade get free into the lane, and he was able to knock it in to put TMP on top by 10, 23-13. This is their largest lead of the contest. It was Wishrop who was called for the foul. And now Harris to the free throw line for the first time, halfway down, and it's spun out. And basketball comes down with the rebound for the Chargers. Wishrop working in the front court. So we played 1 minute into this second half. Here's a shot by Gannett Becker that's off the mark. He missed everything, and the rebound for TMP's Rosine. As Landon forced it up the floor, they'll get it to Dillon, who will go up with a little running hook shot. It won't stay down. Got his own rebound. They got it knocked out of his hands. He scores, and it's fouled. He got it back and just stayed with it. So Worth and Romy with a little chest bump there as he just stayed with it. And the bucket makes it 25-13 as Worth got free. Worth playing with a couple of plugs in the nose after he must have got hit in the nose at some point in the first half. His first field goal, too strong on the free throw. Rebound on the deck, picked up by McAfee, who will race into the front court. 6:45 to go here in this first half, and now we're going to get a timeout taken by the official. Wishrop lost his shoe. So the official stops it to let him go to the bench and fix that shoe while Jackson Moman, the sophomore, will check into the contest. 6:43 to play in this third quarter. 25-13. Monarchs with the lead. Largest lead of the contest. Here's a jumper from just inside the free throw line. Halfway down and out for Becker. Worked down with a rebound for TMP. As Harris will lead the break for the Monarchs into the front court. Right side Rosine. He's got a lane. Knifes in. Will kick it out for Harris. Kate a long two-pointer. That'll rim off. And the rebound cleared out of there by Smith for the Chargers. With 6:20 to play here in quarter number 3. Another good look straight on. Cade at 5. After that bucket to start quarter number 3, he has 5 in the contest. Left side pick and roll. Smith goes inside. Harris tried to knock it away. In fact, did alter it enough that he misses the shot. Ball on the floor. A fancy dribble for Harris as he took it away from Smith. Cade will race to the other end. Left side layup. He's good as he tumbles to the deck. And Harris now with 7, 27-13 as the Monarchs made 3 of their first 4 field goals to start this second half, and Coach Losi needs a timeout as the Chargers are down 14 with 5:50 to go here in the third quarter at 27-13 as Harris raced all the way to the other end, tumbled out of bounds to get that layup to go. He has 4 here in the third quarter, and the Monarchs, going back to when this ball game was tied at 10 in the first quarter, have outscored the Chargers 17-3 with the Monarchs on top by 14. This is their largest lead of the contest. Monarch Athletics brought to you in parts by Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker, TMP Marion, Worth Family Dental, Brian Reuter with American Family Insurance. Also brought to you by Rideau Garden Center. I want to remind you that now is the time to get your pre-emergent down on that lawn. New spring items arriving daily. Stop by and see them. Rideau Garden Center on West Highway 40 in Hayes. Out of the timeout, it will be Chargers basketball. They shoot down to our right here in this second half in front of their bench. Jackson Moman with it off to the right side. Moman working against Rosine. Pick and roll. Knocked away by Romy and stole it. Be another forced turnover for TMP. Shoemaker races into the front court. Right side for Joey Mindrup. Joey checked in at that last dead ball at the timeout. Working around the perimeter against the zone look from the Chargers. It's Rosine. Now it's Shoemaker finding Romy into the lane from 6 feet. Knocked it down. He used the back of the iron and knocked it down more like from 8 feet, but either way gets it to go. He now has 6 in the contest, and the Monarchs continue their run up 29-13 after the bucket for Romy. It's the student section. It's loud again here at Bramlage Coliseum for TMP. Here's a lost ball that was deflected to the right corner. 3-pointer off the mark for McAfee. Offensive rebound, though, down to the Chargers. Moen will kick it out for Smith, and another chance here for the Chargers under 5 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Becker with it. Little pick and roll, knocked away by Romy again into the hands of Shoemaker. Griffin trying to outrun everybody to the other end, goes up, missed the up and under with some contact. Rosine down with it, and he'll flip it home. Landon Rosine with 6. Go along with his 4 rebounds. It's 31-13 in favor of TMP as the Monarchs with 4.5 to go here in quarter number 3, starting to pull away up 31-13 over the 7th seed Horton Chargers. Jackson Moman, the sophomore, with it, trying to look inside. Can't get it into the post. Instead, he'll drive, and he's going to be fouled on the dribble drive as they will get Rosine with the foul. Lennon reached in and committed the foul. Griffin Shoemaker is going to check out. As Kate Harris will return to the lineup. That's the first foul on Rosine. And the Chargers will key it in as they call that on the floor. So they get it in right side for Becker, guarded by Worth. Pass inside for the big man Smith. He'll turn and face kick it left side for Masqua, who is in that left post as they get it back out. And now they go to Luke McAfee. With 4:05 to go in this third quarter. They'll post up Masqua against Romy. Slides in and draws the foul as he flipped it over the top of Luke Romy. Romy will pick up the foul. Just his first. And the second on the Monarchs here of this second half. I'll take Masqua 2 in the first half. We'll shoot the first of 2. That one spins out. Masqua, who had 3 rebounds to go along those 2 points in the first half. Averages 5 a game, 4 points. Shoemaker returns to the lineup for TMP. In place of Rosine, as Masqua will shoot the second. And the free throw for the sophomore rattles home. Masqua 1 of 2 at the line. He has 3, and it puts it into that big TMP run. It's 31-14 after the Masqua free throw. Harris racing to the front court. They force it to Worth. He's going to be fouled by Masqua inside. And Dillon battling his way inside, and Masqua tried to reach over the top and committed the foul. 12-0 run. Monarchs will key it in before that bucket as Harris lobbed it into Shoemaker. Back to Cade, who triggered it in on that left side in front of Coach Harris and company. And Shoemaker and Harris with it on that left side. 3:42 to go, third quarter. Harris will run the point down here, the Giant Power Cat here at Bramblage Coliseum. Right side pass for Worth. Dillon among a double team, had it blocked and knocked away as Masqua was able to knock it out of his hands. And Masqua came down with a loose basketball. Luke McAfee will race into the front court. 3:20 rather to go. Here in quarter number 3, Monarchs lead is 31-14. Masqua, right side as he'll find Becker. Now they go back to the left side. It's McAfee who will drive, cut off, had it knocked away, and Harris is going to be called for his third. 2 free throws coming up. Kate thought he got all ball. As Harris will pick up his third. Harris has 7 points. 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals in the first half. Also had 2 personal fouls as the first free throw is good for McAfee, who has 5. 31-15. Monarchs have the lead. 3:09 to go in the third quarter. This game was tied at 10. Monarchs finished that first quarter on a 4-0 run. And now the free throw off the mark. Rebound down to Mindrup. They'll find Harris. Cade raced into the front court. Stops. Mindrup and then Shoemaker to our right down in front of us here at the Bramblage Coliseum on the floor. They'll whip it around against this zone. Shoemaker will go get it with under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Right side, Mindrup with it. Joey had a couple of first quarter threes. Finds Harris. Cade will maneuver his way through a couple of defenders. Missed the up and under. Worked down with a rebound. Can't make it home. And Wishrop will come down with it. And then a travel. It was a good job by Shoemaker to dig in. Working against McAfee, who didn't realize that Shoemaker was there, and he took a step. Monarchs miss on the offensive end, but a turnover for the Chargers gives it right back to TMP. Rosina key it in. Will hand it to Mindrup. 2:40 to go here in this third quarter. Mindrup had dribbled it off his knee, but got it back as they'll try and trap him. He got away from the trap. They get it to Harris. Becker really extending the pressure now. Harris gave it up, then got it back. High post Rosine into a double team. Turns faces, kicks it left side. Mindrup clapped for it as he wanted it. Now skip pass to the right side. Shoemaker, who knocked out a big 3 that broke that, or helped cap off that little 9-0 run in the first quarter. Decided not to shoot it as he gave it up. Now we'll go to the high post. Rosine landing from just inside the free throw line. Missed the shot. Rebound tipped, and it's into the hands of Trent Ottman, who checked in at that last dead ball for the Chargers as Harris tries to go for a steal next to Coach Loeschle and slams into the scores table. Well, it's off of TMP, and so it will stay with the Chargers. 1:58 to go. Third quarter, Monarchs lead 31-15 over the Chargers. Led 31-13 a couple of possessions ago. Wishrop on Worth, just trying to bully his way inside. Dillon with those 2 fouls. Here's a LaCroix jump shot blocked, and now we're going to get a foul called in the inside on TMP. The second on Griffin Shoemaker. And Harrison Lowe's going to return to the TMP lineup. So Monarchs up 16 at 31-15. They've been called for 4 fouls here in the third quarter. They were called for 6 in that first half, but 2 by Worth and 2 by Harris. He picked up his third here in this third quarter. Chargers need to hurry just to get it in. Left side, Becker got free as Harris went flying by on the ball fake. Worth down with a backside rebound for TMP. As Worth was limited in that first half, comes down with that rebound. Officially, Dillon played 2 minutes in the first half and as many fouls as he did minutes in that first half. They were tough fouls to take, no doubt. Harrison Lowe with it left side. Out of Harris with 1:20 to go here in this quarter. Harrison thought about a three. He'll skip it right side for Mindrup. Joey will get it back in between the circles for Harris. Mindrup, one dribble. Skip pass to the left side for Lowe. High post, it's Rosine who finds Worth, and they'll say he traveled with it. So he took just an extra half step. Probably should have put it on the floor. Worked so hard to get that shot, and then worked just that extra half step. We'll give it back. Monarchs turned it over 7 times in the first half. Little backdoor pass from LaCroix inside. Wishrop falling away, got the jumper to go. Cooper Wishrop with 4, 31-17. Monarchs trying to answer. It's Harrison Lowe on the other end, and it's going to be a blocking foul. Took him a minute. Wishrop didn't quite get back in time, and Harrison Lowe will shoot a couple of free throws. Took the official underneath to converse with his partner on the sideline to decide it was a blocking foul. And the first free throw is good for Harrison Lowe. Lowe, the senior, makes it 32-17. His first bucket. Second free throw is good. Those are perfect. Nothing but net. 33-17 as Harrison Lowe scores a pair of free throws. 45 seconds to go, third quarter. Monarchs on top, 33-17. Left side for Gannon Becker. Now finds Wishrop. Back to Becker, left side. Becker drives, cut off by Harris from the free throw line. Falling away off 1 foot. Missed the shot. Rebound tipped into the hands of Joey Mindrup for TMP. Mindrup came out of there with it. Harris peeks at the clock above the scoreboard with 25 seconds to go. Right side, Harrison Lowe. Back to Mindrup. Short corner, Worth. Dylan over the top. Lowe finds Harris with 15. Mindrup gives it back as Harris on a quick pass around the perimeter. High post skip pass. Dangerous skip pass from the right to the left side. Mindrup, though, caught it. Pulled the trigger on a three. Missed the shot. Worth is going to get the offensive rebound and will be fouled on the putback. Worth took it off the top of the defender because nobody boxed out. And Worth is headed back to the free throw line. And Dylan played 2 minutes that first half. He was 0 for 1 from the floor, had an assist. They credit him with a steal and had 2 fouls. And the first free throw for Worth is good. Dylan with 3 in the game. It's 34-17. Second Worth free throw is good as well. He buried a pair. He has 4. 35-17, 4 seconds to go in the quarter. Now up the floor, left side three is just off the mark. Pretty good look on that left side from McAfee, who probably had room to take another dribble in front of his coach Losey, but that's how the third quarter comes to an end at 35-17. The Monarchs on top. It's the Redeem Designs Road to a Championship here on the Monarch Sports Network. Monarchs with Shoemaker. He'll lob it into Worth. One power dribble, goes up and under and scores it. Worth now with 6 in the game. As the lead grows to 37-17 as he was able to get that little up and under. He's got 4 straight for the Monarchs. Left side driving, and we're going to get a foul on Griffin Shoemaker. He got tangled up with Gannon Becker. And Shoemaker pick up his 3rd. And it's the 5th on TMP. 7:12 to go, 4th quarter. Monarchs up 37-17. Right side, Wishrop with it. Wishrop going to dump it into the post as Smith is on Harris, and he hits the hook shot on the right low block. Caden Smith, the 6'3 junior, makes it 37-19 as he hit that little hook shot for Horton on the right low block on the mismatch. Shoemaker, the Monarchs whip it around, get it to Romy. Romy will kick it out for Shoemaker. Now they get it to Worth on the left side, and he'll score again. 8 for Worth, 39-19 as Dylan Worth gets free inside and scores again. He has 8. 2 off of another double-figure scoring night for him despite playing just 2 minutes in that first half. But there's 6.5 to go in the 4th quarter. Monarchs trying to head back to the state semifinals. Nearly a travel on that left side for McAfee. They'll swing it right side for Becker. Ball above his head with 6:15 to go here in the 4th quarter. Monarchs lead is 20. Short corner ball stolen away, and then or nearly stolen away. It was deflected, or it looked like Rosine had it, but then they were able to get it inside, and the bucket is good for Caden Smith. With 6 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. The lead is 39-21. TMP with the basketball. Romy on that right side. Flashing is Worth, and he'll get fouled by Smith inside. Dylan, just like in that game against Rollins County when he got 2 early fouls and did not play in that second quarter. He had a big second half in that game against Rollins County. He is well rested, and so that's allowed him to work really hard here on this second half. That time he just flashed from one block to the other and got shoved from behind. So Monarchs will key it in. Harris looking, so get it in right side to Joey Mintrup. One dribble, now back to Harris. Cade will pull the trigger on a 3, and it's good. As Cade Harris buried his second 3. He's in the double figures with 10, and the Monarchs lead is 42-19. It's the number 2 seed at Monarchs with the big lead here in the fourth quarter. So we close in on 5.5 to go in this fourth quarter. Monarchs trying to make it 4 straight semifinal appearances. Play the winner of that game between Mountain Ridge and St. Mary's, which will be the 8 o'clock game here tonight at the Coliseum. Driving and having it blocked is Becker. Romy blocked it again as Romy got tangled up at the floor. It's Mintrup who will score it on the other end. Joey Mintrup now with 8 after 2 first quarter threes. Monarchs lead is 44-21 as Mintrup got that bucket to go after the block shot. And we're going to get a timeout taken by the Chargers. With 4:57 to go, TMP on top 44-21. Monarchs just minutes away from an opportunity to play in another semifinal contest. Waiting either Mountain Ridge or St. Mary's. Earlier today, the top seed of Wichita Independent meets Pittsburgh Colgan 55-46. So the magical run for St. Mary's Colgan comes to an end as they lose 55-46. Independent 22-2 heading into the semifinals. Well, they will take on Medicine Lodge as the 5 seed Indians knocked out Bennington 56-45. Medicine Lodge at 18-6 into the semifinals. Monarchs and Horton. Winner gets Mountain Ridge and St. Mary's winner. Under 5 minutes to go in this one. Monarchs well in control of 44-21. Out of the timeout, it's still Harris, Mintrup, Shoemaker, Romy, and Worth. Wishrup will key it in. They brought Masqua back into the contest. Out there with Becker. Moman, the sophomore who has it on that left side. Ottman's out there as well. They'll flash to the top of the key, give it right side to Masqua. Masqua looking to go to the corner to Wishrup, and he lost it out of bounds. Horton turnover. They turned it over 11 times in the first half. TMP will get it back. 4:45 to go, fourth quarter. As the Chargers will extend the pressure a little bit here. With the Monarchs leading 44-21. Harris to double figures for the Monarchs for a 9th time this season. Worth will post up on Masqua. Little power dribble, and he scores it with a hook shot on the right low block, and Dillon's in a double figures. He has 10. It's a 23rd time he scored in double figures. The lead grows to 46-21 as Worth able to shake off early foul trouble. Ottman is going to be tied up. They'll call him for a travel. Shoemaker reached in the middle of the lane. He tried to cut it back door, and Griffin was right there, and he forced him into the travel. Monarchs will get it back. 4:13 to go in quarter number 4. Coach Losey got 2 subs to the scores table. So they'll get the basketball back from TMP. It'll be Darius LaCroix and Jack Allen who both check in. Monarchs break the press easily with Harris on a pass from Shoemaker. Now they'll try and trap Cade. He got away with it away after some contact. Harrison Lowe has it right side. Harrison gave it up, now got it back as he works on the right side. He'll drive, stop from just inside the free throw line, and he rattled it home. Harrison Lowe with 4, 48-21. The Monarchs continue another dominating performance here with 3:45 to go in quarter number 4. Monarchs, after holding Hoxie to 36 points in that sub-state championship game, have held Horton at 21. Here's a missed shot by Smith. Offensive rebound. Wishrop will go in and score it. Wishrop has 6 after the offensive rebound. 48-23. In the front court, here's Harrison Lowe to Cade Harris. Cade can't finish, but Harrison got it back and then has it poked out of bounds. Got raked across the arm. Looked like maybe should have been a foul after he pulled down that offensive rebound, but again, Harrison playing hard. Gets himself an offensive rebound. Wishrop will check out for the Chargers. They bring Ottman back in on an inbound that's deflected. Worth gets it anyway. He'll go in and score the little hook shot. Dylan Worth with 12, 50-23. So Monarchs with a large lead with 3:05 to go in the fourth quarter. Here's a foul on a spinning attempt by Jackson Bowman, as Coach Bill Mayer will bring Caden Dinkle to the scores table as the 5'9" freshman will check in with 3:04 to go. We'll get 2 free throws as Jackson Bowman is 1 of 2 at the line. And the first free throw is short. Dinkle will replace Cade Harris as Cade gets a nice round of applause. Opportunity to get Harris out of this contest with a big TMP lead at 50-23. Harris, who had 10 in the contest. That free throw is good for Jackson Bowman. It's 2 of 4 at the line, 50-24 after the free throw. Harrison Lowe left side. They're going to again lob it inside for Worth, who will go up and score it. Dylan now with 14 in the game, 52-24. As the Monarchs again go to the 6'8" senior. Harrison Lowe fell down. That'll let his offensive counterpart to get free, but then missed the shot. And then Harrison again with a rebound as he was able to find inside and come away with the loose basketball. A foul will be on the Chargers as Harrison Lowe pulled down the rebound. That will be team foul number 7. So Harrison Lowe's going to shoot a 1-and-1 as the Monarchs set to bring Evan Balthazar and Carson Lyles in. Evan played big minutes in that first quarter. Carson Lyles will check into the contest for the first time. Harrison Lowe will shoot a pair of free throws. He was perfect. Or shoot actually a 1-on-1. It's just the 7th foul on the Chargers. And the first one is short. Balthazar's going to be called for a foul, battling for the rebound. And so we'll walk to the other end and shoot a 1-on-1 as Jack Allen will shoot the front end of a 1-on-1 for the Horton Chargers. This will be the 6th opponent in a row the Monarchs have held under 50 points. This is a team of the Horton Chargers that average right around 51 a game. And we're going to get a lane violation. Jackson LaCroix, or Darius LaCroix rather, into the lane too soon. And now the Chargers will clear their bench. Wishrop's going to come back into the game as Horton will honor their seniors. Trent Lockwood, Masqua, Tavion Cabella check in, and also Reagan Knudsen, the 5'9" sophomore, all check in for the Chargers. Monarchs will bring William Eck in for the first time. Caden Becker, 5'5" junior, in as well. Join Balthazar and the 2 freshmen, Dinkle and Lyles. Lyles has it with 2.5 to go in the ball game. TMP leads 50-24. Here's the pass nearly stolen away as Trent Lockwood, the sophomore, knocked it away on the baseline, or on that sideline right to our right. 2:26 to go in the contest. Monarchs with the lead. Lyles, Balthazar, Dinkle, Becker, and Eck, the 5 on the floor. TMP Marion Monarchs just 2 minutes and 19 seconds away from punching their ticket to a state semifinal. Once again, it'll be the 4th time in 4 opportunities. 4th time in a row the Monarchs have punched a ticket to the semifinals. Eck off a screen misses the 3, and then will be tied up as he got the offensive rebound. He and Lockwood battle for that basketball, and it will stay with TMP as Eck comes away with the basketball on the alternate possession on the tie-up. 2:04 to go. Monarchs up 52-24. It's Caden Dinkle to key it in. Over the top for Lyles. Back to Caden in front of us. with 2 minutes to go in this one. Monarchs up 52-24, and we'll await the winner of the 8 o'clock game between Moundridge and St. Mary's. This was a game in which the Monarchs led 5-0. We were tied at 5, tied at 10. But after being tied at 10, as Balthazar tries to go up and under on Masqua, can't score it. And Masqua down with the rebound. Good look for Balthazar inside, but couldn't finish as Cabella works now for the Chargers. This game was tied at 10. Monarchs would answer with a 21-3 run to end the quarter. We get a foul on the other end. That 21-3 run, so we're going to get free throws, covered the first, second, and third quarters. It was the end of the first, the entire second quarter, in which the Monarchs outscored the Chargers 7-3. As the first free throw for Trent Lockwood is good, 52-25. And then TMP started the second half on a 10-0 run. That's a heck of a span there as the free throw off the mark. Masqua on offensive rebound for the Chargers. 125 and counting in this fourth quarter. There's a pass knocked away and stolen, as Will Eck will come away with it for TMP. 52-25, Monarchs with the lead. Becker on that left low block's going to dump it into Balthazar. Goes up and under as it blocked, got his own miss in. Can't score it inside as he battles, and then we're going to get a foul called on TMP, and we'll get more free throws. As Balthazar got a couple of looks inside, but couldn't quite get it to go. And we'll walk to the other end where they'll say Dante Masqua will shoot a 1-on-1. Foul on Balthazar. He got him around the neck and shoulder area, as Masqua will knock down the first free throw. Masqua with 4. So shoot one more. And he knocked it out. Masqua with a pair. He has 5. 52-27. Monarchs with the lead. Under 1 minute to play in this one is there. To get it to Becker. Caden will take the 3 off a screen, and it's off the mark. Rebound to Reagan Knutson with 45 seconds to go. In the front court, Cabella trying to post up inside. A little bit of contact, missing the shot on the other end is Lockwood. Balthazar down with a rebound. 35 seconds to go into the front court. Carson Lyles. TMP leads 52-27. And the Monarch faithful will rise to their feet for the final 25 seconds to go here at Bramlage Coliseum. Good turnout once again for the TMP faithful. Now the Horton Charger faithful and that bright blue will come to their feet as well. The final 10 seconds will work its way off of the clock. The Monarchs are going to come away with the victory, 52-27. They punched their ticket back to a sub-state semifinal as the Monarchs win it by the final of 52-27, and they're headed back to a state semifinal as they will play in the 6 o'clock game Friday evening here at Bramlage Coliseum, as the Monarchs will get the winner of that St. Mary's and Moundridge game, which will be coming up here in just a little bit from Bramlage Coliseum. So again, the final, TMP wins it 52-27. Monarchs have won 21 straight contests. They improved to 22-2. Tied for the best record here at the 2A state tournament with Wichita Independent, who advanced on earlier today with a win as well. TMP wins it 52-27. It's the Redeem Designs Road to a Championship on the Monarch Sports Network.